Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game, Moon versus Lin. This game taking place here on Tide Hunters 1.2. Moon spawning as the blue night elf here on the bottom right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Lin spawning as the yellow orc. Orc versus night elf in what is going to be a great game. I have a feeling, and well, only time can tell how things are going to be unraveling. Now, heroes of choices. Let's take a look at how things are going to be breaking down. Let's go ahead and move things up to that 2-minute mark. Ancient of War already getting ready to tank some damage. Hello, Shikamaru. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. And I guess I will put this out there now for all of you guys out there who watch on YouTube and have an Amazon Prime subscription. Please consider using your free Twitch sub for my channel. Well, it does help quite a bit. I mean, for all of you guys who wonder how much I really earn casting this as my hobby, I think it's like $200 a month right now, for like the 30 hours of work that I do every week. So, well, apparently it's less than minimum wage, but you know what? If I was doing it for the money, I would be doing other things. So, thank you for the continual support. I don't ever plan on making it big or different or becoming super successful. Just enjoying casting Warcraft 3 and being part of this awesome community. I'm watching a video in different language, but why I hear all right in watching accent from the video I'm watching, I don't know. I don't think I have an answer to that. I think that, now that I think about it, is rhetorical. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this Keeper of the Grove versus Blade Master matchup. Blade Master, well, very powerful. The mirror images, as I've been reminded, do in fact give a bit of experience. So that experience now, well, is a reason for the Blade Master to not be chosen. But at the same time, mirror image is such a great way to apply lightning shield onto your opposing units and also break out of entangles. It's one of those very powerful abilities there, as we're looking at a slow going down onto that Keeper of the Grove. Blade Master now, well, with a plethora of items looking to try and get away, does in fact use a healing salve, but does not want to break that healing salve in order to, well, just get one more strike on of that Keeper of the Grove. Blade Master instead gonna go ahead and win walk that unit there. All working good. Well, the other replay that I got, what apparently I don't have the map, or I need to download something, but overall, things are working fairly well. I am limited on time today, so I may be only able to get off one quick game today. Anyways, Keeper of the Grove gonna absorb a little bit of damage. Blade Master is right there. Grunt taking quite a bit, and well, Grunt may end up getting denied. Yes, denied by that Blade Master. Keeper of the Grove does not get the experience, but does take down, well, that 3 supply Grunt. Well, because of that, I get caught live. Since you're casting since, I don't know, 20 years, that's successful for me. I don't know. Well, in the words of Vin Scully, is it something really to celebrate if you've just been doing the same job for a very long time? Anyways, coming back around, Blade Master gonna go ahead and try and take down that wisp there. Keep Ancient of War now walking on over as well. Meanwhile, off to the north, we see, well, that tech to tier 2 is nearly done, and a rather sparse base by Lin. Lin is staying at 23 over 31 supply, is just constantly harassing. Clarity potions are now all used up. Healing salves only have 2 more charges left, as the Blade Master is really looking to go and try and pick off some of these units. He does have a critical strike right there. A little bit of bonus damage, going to go ahead and take it down, perhaps trying to look for that item. New Warcraft 3 season. Ah, that's right. Just joining for support, still at work. Thank you. All right, so I do have to well, download some of those new maps. Once again, Blade Master now going to be looking to back away. We are looking at the Shadow Hunter joining in with a Bestiary and a Spirit Lodge right behind this. Still no War Mill. And what exactly is Moon going for? Moon has a very heavy army of archers so far. He is at Tree of Ages, already teching the Tree of Eternity, and now going for Ancients of Wind. All right, so going for those Ancients of Wind right now, ready to apply some pressure. And well, we're going into a very tech-heavy game as we're hitting that 5-minute mark, and both sides still in the low 30s at most for supply. Blade Master sitting at level 3. Shadow Hunter now coming back around. Treant's now going to be putting in some pressure. The Spirit Lodge taking a little bit of damage. Burrow's trying to fight back here, but 3 Treants may be more than enough to handle this as the Grunt's able to take down one of those units. All right, we are looking at a Serpent Ward. Serpent Ward continuing to poke around a little bit more. A Spirit Lodge being placed down once more as these Treants now look to try and retreat back. All right, Demon Hunter gonna perhaps get an exchange. Yes, mana burn off on that Blade Master. So it is Keeper of the Grove Demon Hunter going up against Blade Master Shadow Hunter. Archers are all shadow melded right there and could be doing a bit of creeping in just a moment. All right. However, Blade Master has his eyes on a couple of wisps. Going to try and take them down. There's a mana burn. There's a dust of appearance. And, well, that Blade Master pretty much has nowhere to go except running past a bunch of Night Elves. As, well, that dust of appearance does make him visible. But as we all know, Windwalk still allows him to pass through units. Coming back around, well, we can take a look. A couple of Serpent Wards have been placed down to try and zone out that Keeper of the Grove, who is, well, very heavy on the harassment. Meanwhile, Blade Master trying to do the same exact thing as well. He does have Fairy Fire on him, so he cannot easily get away. Meanwhile, off to the north side here, Staff of Teleportation, as the Blade Master tries to take down the Keeper of the Grove and some archers here. However, Moon going to have an easy time clearing out this creep camp off to the north. Dual Serpent Wards, well, clearing off that green creep camp. Shadow Hunter very close to level 2 now, as the Blade Master still playing a very dangerous game, trying to stay close by to harass his opponent while he tries to get some additional levels up on his Shadow Hunter. Oh yeah, that's right. All right, so I do need to download Melting Valley 2.0. All right, that is the reason why. Okay, coming back around, Blade Master quickly grabbing some healing salves, some clarity potions, going to go ahead and try and re-engage. Demon Hunter now looking to, well, do a little bit more creeping. Only sees a level 1 apprentice left at this creep camp now, as the Druids of the Talon are slowly joining in on the battle. Tree of Eternity now already done. We are looking at tech to tier, or excuse me, mastery training on the Druids of the Talon, as well, an expansion trying to be placed down here, and it looks like it will get up without a problem. Great Hall having no issues whatsoever, as we're now looking at the Raiders perhaps going to try and finish off some of these treants as well. All right, easy bit of experience there. Shadow Hunter going to be staying at level 2, as we do see a Goblin Tinker as that third and final hero. All right. Well, Goblin Tinker as a third hero is a Night Elf strategy of old. Raiders now coming in from behind, going to go ahead and ensnare, try and take down some of these Druids of the Talon, piercing damage as well. Scroll of Healing, that's just only going to buy a couple of seconds for that Druid of the Talon, who will get taken down. Meanwhile, more piercing damage, still poking the units in the back. Pocket Factory now cranking out some of those little clockwork goblins as Druids of the Talon lifting up those Raiders with that Cyclone. All right, we are looking also at negative armor across multiple grunts, as that Fairy Fire well, really adds up quite a bit of damage over time, or bonus damage over time with that negative armor as the units retreat back again. Keeper of the Grove will stay at 3. Demon Hunter will stay at 2. Goblin Tinker will be staying at level 1 as they now move on out. The expansion for Lynn nearly completed. We also have fortified armor on those Orc burrows, absolutely necessary when your opponent has mass Druids of the Talon and Archers ready to poke down those buildings quickly. All right, Great Hall down to 850 hit points already, trying to purge down that Cyclone, as we're looking at a couple of grunts getting cleaned up as well. Lynn's expansion is getting cleaned up once more. Doesn't look like it will be completed, forced to be canceled again, as the, well, peons are trying to protect this location, but unable to do exactly that. 46 supply compared to 38. Lynn unable to get to the game or get the expansion going like he wants to. May try and set it up once more, or perhaps taking down this Serpent Ward. During this time, Moon looking to clear out some more creep camps. Goblin Tinker very, very close to level 2. Blade Master, well, Fairy Fire revealing him once again, and he's going to be forced to retreat back. He is now cycloned up in the air, and this could be a, well, horrible landing for that Blade Master. Blade Master trying to get away, and he will get cleaned up, giving level 2 to that Goblin Tinker. Moon is in fine form today as he's starting to build on his lead ever so slightly while setting up a tree of life and ready to expand at the 3 o'clock location. All right. Demon Hunter, Staff of Teleportation, heading back home. Moonwell's pretty, pretty dry now, but it looks like nightfall is about to come. Perfect timing, Moon, with great game awareness, knowing when to head back, drain those Moonwells so that they can get the full benefit of nightfall. Keeper of the Grove now on the move once more. Goblin Tinker wanting to clear out these gargantuan sea turtles in the side portions of the map. They do drop very powerful consumable items: the Potion of Invulnerability, Potion of Greater Healing, and Potion of Greater Mana. All right, units are retreating back here. Demon Hunter wants to try and keep the aggro here as that giant sea turtle quickly comes down to 0 armor and will be taking bonus damage, or will taking full damage from those Druids of the Talon as well. All right, gonna go ahead and finish those off there. Potion of Greater Mana picked up by the Demon Hunter. Meanwhile, off to the north, Shadow Hunter is at level 3. Level 2 Serpent Wards could be very useful. Blade Master could get to level 3 here as well, as we're looking at, well, perhaps a Great Hall needs to be placed down. We are only at tier 2 by Lin. Meanwhile, Serpent Wards continuing to poke back around. Offline cast after download, or do you want me to send some? No. I don't think I'll have the time to cast another game today, so I'll download it for tomorrow. Coming back around here, Druids of the Talon gonna try and finish off this Orc Burrow. Orc Burrow gonna get finished up here in just a moment. Keeper of the Grove in position. Well, poor Peon's gonna try and repair. They're just gonna end up getting cleaned up here. Level 3, level 3, level 2, as I believe Moon is going to be transitioning over to that 3 o'clock position to try and clear out that creep camp and set up that expansion. Druids of the Talon nearby. Fairy Fire going to be applied here. And now this Hunter's Hall trying to get some upgrades. Not going to work. Blade Master trying to retreat back. That Hunter's Hall down to 100 hit points, but ends up surviving as the Shadow Hunter now going after the Gargantuan Sea Turtle here on the other side while setting up an expansion from a newly cleared out by Moon location. All right, ensnare on the Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Half-life, he's going to try and walk back. Nope, not going to try and walk back here. Just a little bit too far as we see Wanda Mana Stealing as that item. All right, a little bit of poking getting underway. Entangle onto a Raider. That Raider's going to have a very bad time trying to break free now, but ends up getting shut down again. Fairy Dragons are also here nearby to try and deal with those Shamans and Purge. Keeper of the Grove could have actually gotten level 4 if he stayed near that Serpent Ward, instead headed back away. Meanwhile, Tree of Life clearing out the creep camp on its own could start to entangle the gold mine as well. Not quite sure why it isn't doing that, as and we're looking at a Keeper of the Grove forced to use the Scroll of Town Portal, not heading to the expansion location. Scroll of Town Portal, well, heading back home instead. All right, a couple of Murlocs still getting in some attacks here. This little guy been healing the Tide Warrior for quite some time. It looks like it will eventually get taken down, and entangling of the gold mine is completed. Meanwhile, Lin is going to spot this expansion here. Shaman is nearby. Are we going to get a couple of purges? Yeah, there's one purge. Going to try to get another purge there and now try and finish off this Great Hall. But the Shaman plus 1 Watchtower should be enough to deal with the Keeper of the Grove. Nope, I take it back. 3 more Treants now joining in on the battle as the Shaman now trying to poke this apart. Meanwhile, in the main base here, Raiders are trying to take down the Moonwell's Mana Flare. And, well, in position here as the Blade Master, well, tries to Scroll of Town Portal away. We're going to see one Moonwell getting taken down. And now, well, Scroll of Town Portal not possible onto the expansion, as the expansion was not yet done. All right, Peon going to try and get in some additional repairs here. Great Hall down to 317 hit points. Raiders or Shamans now trying to rush this location as we get to level 4 on that Keeper of the Grove. A couple of Purgers are going to finish off a handful of units as we now see Ensnares go down onto that Keeper of the Grove. Big battle at the expansion here. Home field advantage for Lin as the Keeper of the Grove forced to use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. All right, so far though, the critical mass of all of those Druids of the Talon means that he has plenty of opportunities to place down Cyclones. All right, Great Hall does need to start being repaired. It is at 317 hit points and in a bit of a danger of getting finished off relatively quickly. All right, Pocket Factory continuing to get poked apart here. It's going to get taken down, and now the Goblin Tinker looking to join in on the battle, continuing to poke out all of those Clockwork Goblins. Blade Master only sitting at level 3 throughout this game. Level 3, level 4 going up against 4-3-2 as both sides are now running up on 2 bases. 16 minutes into this game, and it is still anyone's game to win. Both sides sitting now at low upkeep and looking to see how they can, well, gain a bit of an advantage. 1-1 upgrades for Lin's units. Meanwhile, we don't see any upgrades coming in from Moon as the Keeper of the Grove, Demon Hunter, and that Goblin Tinker have a slight level advantage and a numbers advantage over their opponent. Coming back around, well, there is the repairs here. Raiders can start doing that annoying hit and run tactic, dealing with those buildings, and as long as pillage is researched, start trading very efficiently. Still no mirror image so far. Guess it's just bad. Well, level 2 Windwalk. Yeah, maybe the experience gain is a bit too much, especially since the Blade Master has wanted to break free from those entangles. And then again, you can't use mirror image to try and break free from Cyclone. All right, there goes an ensnare onto a Fairy Dragon. Plenty of other raiders there, so not ensnaring the second Fairy Dragon, letting one slip away, so to speak, as the Druids of the Talon are now marching back the other way. All right, going to be going into an engagement. Serpent Ward. It is the level 2 variety. There is a Cyclone trying to pick up some more units. There it goes. The Kodo Beast up in the air, going to get purged down again. And here we are, Serpent Wards trying to poke things. Bat Rider is going to try and take down those Fairy Dragons. The Fairy Dragons, however, phase shifting as the Raiders are diving onto all of these units. Fairy Dragons not going into Mana Flare mode as the Shadow Hunter able to get off a level 2 healing wave. All right, this is a bad position for Moon. Moon's actually within range of the guard towers as well, as the Kodo Beast is able to apply that damage bonus still. All right, a lot of range going back and forth here. Thank you for the sub. As we're looking at more damage coming back across here again. Druids of the Talon not being able to pick up some of the higher priority targets, but the Shaman in the back and the Serpent Wards continuing to poke apart, really causing quite a few problems. More Serpent Wards could be placed out, and there is another Ensnare. Blade Master trying to finish off the Demon Hunter, but a Scroll of Town Portal saves it as we see a tactical retreat by Moon in order to, well, stick around. 46 supply compared to 59. Lin, the definite winner of that last battle. All right, it wouldn't be a Moon game unless he tried to expand and set up a secret base for a second time. That is happening here. Really, the last fight we saw between Moon and Lin, great positioning and map awareness by Lin. Moon, a little bit questionable, trying to take down the Great Hall, especially with 2 watchtowers right there, adding in a bit of bonus damage. Now, with Druids of the Talon all here, the Druids of the Talon are able to neutralize the enemy heroes and other high supply units, but, well, I gotta say this, headhunters were not that good in the past. Because there are now headhunters as incorporated into part of the Orc army, Druids of the Talon are no longer that effective, as they can't really afford to try and take or lift up all of those headhunters. All right, Wisps going to get cleaned up here. Raiders are doing that hit and run tactic that we mentioned earlier. Serpent Wards are already down, and here we are going into an engagement. Treant could end up getting taken down here, or hurt down here, as the Moonwell somehow still staying alive in this battle as both sides fighting every which way. Repairs are getting underway. Serpent Ward still trying to poke across. Shamans are reinforcing the rear as Raiders are trying to take down these Druid's talent in the front. All right, more damage getting added back up here as a Scroll of Healing used to try and save the Goblin Tinker and that Demon Hunter, but it looks like they are on thin ice. Staff of Preservation seems the Demon Hunter, and Ankh of Reincarnation will save the Goblin Tinker as both sides are still fighting their way through. Ankh of Reincarnation going to go ahead and come online. He is back up with 500 hit points, only to get knocked down again. Pocket Factory is placed down once more as the Goblin Tinker does end up falling. Demon Hunter back in action after getting healed up because of that Staff of Preservation and Moonwells. Demon Hunter now sitting at level 4, 71 supply compared to 45. Moon looks like he'll be able to push this attack back, but it may just be a matter of time before Lin comes back over the top. Druids of the Talon trying to hold their own here. There is no real frontline. Kodo Beast could try and eat up another target here. Is he going to try and dine and dash? Yeah, grabs the Druid of the Talon, but now could be surrounded here. Raiders trying to retreat back as the Demon Hunter's Potion of Lesser Invulnerability should be coming to an end. All right, entangle onto that Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast trying to retreat back here. Still, Demon Hunter getting ensnared. Kodo Beast still representing a decent amount of a damage bonus across all of these units, continuing to poke apart as the Demon Hunter falls at level 4, and it looks as though the Druid of the Talon is going to finish off that last Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast, however, well, Scroll of Town portaling away. This expansion going to end up falling here as the Raiders are going to try and, well, take down some of those Wisp. No, instead, just going after that Tree of Life. Expansion on the bottom left, not under full saturation as of yet. Druids of the Talon need to regroup. Keeper of the Grove, by his lonesome self, the Demon Hunter and Goblin Tinker both knocked out of commission as Moon tries to stay in, no upkeep, bank up a bit of gold before resurrecting that Demon Hunter and then start training up more units as well. All right. Coming back around, we're looking at Lin taking this opportunity to heal up using Clarity Potions, healing salves galore, and Fairy Fire, however, across the Orc army does reveal where Lin currently is. So Moon knows that he has a little bit of time to try and get his feet underneath him in between these battles. Moon's expansion down to the south side here is still or is currently mining, but it should not be able to stick around for very long. Moon has gotten some gold out of there, but doesn't look like he'll be able to hold on to this easily. All right, couple of Raiders gonna go ahead and, well, get some ensnares down, make sure that they're not able to easily escape. A handful of Raiders, 5 Raiders for that front line. Goblin Tinker are already on the backside here. Keeper of the Grove now trying to lead the charge. Demon Hunter still not in the fight as of yet, as we're going to be looking at Cyclone and picking up that Blade Master to reduce their damage. A couple more ensnares going down, and here we are, those Druids of the Talon, well, in position. Kodo Beast trying to make its way back over. Serpent Wards, 48 to 52 piercing damage. Going to be able to poke apart many of those units here as that Fairy Dragon, even with 12 armor, well, taking a large amount of damage from that Serpent Ward because of its light armor type. Coming back around, we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove, trying to finish off many of those Serpent Wards still. But this expansion here by Lin is fairly well protected against this lightly armored Druid of the Talon army. Raiders saying, you know what, I don't need to chase you. I can just go into your main base and get gold by damaging your Moonwells and forcing a fight here. Shadowhunter now sitting at level 6. Are we going to see Big Bad Voodoo? That would be pretty amazing. But the Keeper of the Grove is nearby enough to get some entangles off. So level 3 healing wave, definitely better in this situation. And with that said, Lin walks away with the victory, even though he has the overall lower score. Very well played by Lin, and choosing to defend at his expansion, and just beautiful micro to hold off Moon and that army of Druids of the Talon. The Druids of the Talon were able to shut down the Blade Master, but shutting down the Shadow Hunter doesn't really work out that well, as every time the Shadow Hunter comes back onto the ground, he just drops another Serpent Ward. And once that Serpent Ward hits the level 2, especially the level 3 variety, those Druids of the Talon are just not long for this world. Shadow Hunter being the main damage output there against those Druids of the Talon because of those Serpent Wards. Blade Master, that annoying gnat that you just can't seem to hit as it buzzes around you, and delaying buying Lin time. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.